What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In case you hadn't noticed, I did get a trim. I love getting trims because I feel like until I wash it again and then it goes back to being frizzy and dry and I can't take care of it. But that's besides the point. Today, I'm going to be doing something new, something exciting, something I've never done before. I've been seeing for a very long time these reading challenges where people basically read for 12 hours straight, 24 hours straight. And I've always wanted to do one too. I feel like it would be interesting to just sit down and basically read like a whole book in one go. And technically more than one book because with 12 hours you should be able to read like at least one and a half. I guess it depends on the book. That's a good point. I did not think of that. That's probably why they do 24 instead of 12. Because with 24, you can read two. Oh my gosh. Yeah, reading does take that long. Okay, well, I guess I did not think this through. Here to read books. We're here to have a good time. The rest doesn't matter. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's a Saturday. I don't work. I have the whole day free. So I can finally sit down and actually do some soul crushing reading. It's a perfect day. I will be honest with you, I am not sure which books to read. I have a couple of options. Ooh, okay. I have a couple of options just because with such a short amount of time, I want to be able to finish as many books as possible during this time, and I feel like bigger books are going to take too much time. Couple of the options here that we have. One of them is definitely going to be The Nightingale. I have just a little bit of it left, like I'm halfway. So I want to try and finish that today because I love that book and it's just taken me too long to finish it. How many books I could read if I didn't have to sleep? I'm definitely going to be finishing The Nightingale. Then we have my roommate is a vampire. I bought this in October for Halloween. It was supposed to be a Halloween read, and I never picked it up. I've never read it. So it's by the same author, this Jenna Levine. She also wrote My Vampire Plus One. That one was a iffy read because as interesting as it was, I really liked the fact that she brought vampires into it, but not in a dark romance kind of way. It's supposed to be kind of quirky, little bit of a rom-com, or not little bit but definitely a rom-com, so I really liked it. But I don't know, just the way the characters were portrayed and how they fell in love with each other and everything else was not my favorite. But I'm gonna give her another opportunity, so I'm excited. I really am. We have the last thing he told me. I got this with my husband at Barnes and Noble. It's supposed to be a mystery book, and when I read the intro, it sounded really good. I know from what I read in the beginning is that her husband goes missing. That's all I know. I'm curious. Have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I really want to get into Emily Henry. She writes a lot of romance, and I have never, surprisingly enough for me, for the way I am and my personality and everything else, I have never been a romance gal when it comes to reading. It's been a tough genre to get into. But I hear everybody raving about her and saying how good she is. So I'm really excited. We'll see how it goes. I also have Funny Story. And then we have Just Some Stupid Love Story. I found this at the library some time ago, and I took it out. I started to read it, but I was reading some other books that I don't remember right now exactly. And I just liked them so much that I forgot. I kind of just put this on the side and then I had to return it to the library. And I saw it again lately. And I was like, you know what? I should definitely try to read this again because I only got to the first chapter, maybe the second chapter. So I'm curious. This might be a read for today. Oh, yeah, those are my options. I'm gonna be taking you with me to go read. Like I said, I'm gonna start with The Nightingale. We're gonna see how that goes, where that takes me. Like I said, I've never done this before. I am really excited to see how it goes. I'm also, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I will be 100% honest with you. This might end up being a 5 hour marathon. It might be a 12 hour. It might be a 24 hour. I have no idea. It's okay. Let's go. You guys, it's time to read. I got myself situated. I have my little puppy cover here. I have some water, some decaffeinated Coke. I will be listening to the audiobook version while also reading it, just because I feel like it's a different experience. It just really is. So, just for context, it is now 3:33 p.m. I know, I started kind of late. I had my hair appointment and then a couple of other things, so that took a little bit of time. But yeah, so we're going to start at the 3:33 mark. I am on chapter 19. I believe that is almost halfway. Just to give you guys some context about the book, this is set during World War II in France, which is now occupied by Germany. It tells the story of two French sisters trying to survive the war. One of them joins the resistance and helps to save a lot of people, and the other one is a mother and wife, and she's just trying to survive, waiting for her husband to come back, and trying to take care of her child and keeping her kids safe. It's a powerful message of the resilience of the human spirit of these two sisters, as well as love during wartime. And it's very beautiful and unique because women are at the center of the story and they are the heroes of the book. Quick review. We started reading at 3:30. It is now 6. So that is 2 hours and a half. Good amount of reading, less than a quarter left of the book. A lot has happened. This book just like, which I kind of expected just because I knew it was about World War II, and obviously we all know like the extent of everything that happened, and kind of expected certain things to happen, but wow, this really took a turn. It is 8:15. We are nearing 5 hours. We are nearing the end. I have 2 chapters left. I am unwell. This is honestly one of the most beautiful books I have ever read. I really enjoyed the story, but I was really heartbroken. If you are contemplating whether or not you should read this book, I would say yes, absolutely, go for it. Now I understand why so many people were crying after reading this book. It's sad. Very good book. Very emotional. Like, I'm just getting emotional right now thinking about it. It's raw. I mean, you're not gonna get your happy ending. I think Kristen Hanna is gonna be a new favorite author for me. It is currently 11 p.m. I'm in bed getting ready to go to sleep, but I figured I'd try and get as much reading done before I actually go to bed. So, next book is going to be Funny Story by Emily Henry. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Kind of excited. I've heard so many good things about Emily Henry, so we'll see. This is definitely a pretty unique book. It follows the story of Daphne, who was about to get married to her fiance Peter, until he left her for his best friend, whose name is Petra, I think, or Petra, I'm not exactly sure. Now, Petra's ex-boyfriend Miles ends up living together with Daphne. So the book is basically just the story of how they fall in love. Okay, it is 5:50. I'm about like a quarter of the way in. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this because I don't know, I don't feel like the main two characters have really anything in common, which I guess is the point of the book, but they also don't really have that much chemistry so far. So I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm really afraid it's not going to be a good one. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I ended up going to my parents' house. So I am currently in my little sister's bedroom. Shout out to the Albanian flag in the background. Spoiler alert, I did not end up liking this book. The beginning of their circumstances were very unique, but all in all, the love story between the two was nothing to write about. Very just normal, kind of generic love story. Okay, do not mind me looking like a bum right now. It's like really late. I think it's like 9:30 or 10. I'm like ready to go to bed. I failed the 12-hour readathon. I made it like close. I think it was like 10 or 11 hours, but I did not fully get to 12. I think the problem was that The Nightingale I absolutely loved, so I really enjoyed being able to just sit and read it, which I've never been able to do before. I've never just been able to sit for like 5 hours straight and just read a book. So that was a really good experience for me. But this one, total letdown. Like I just couldn't sit down and read this because I was so bored out of my mind. So I'm just gonna blame this book. Listen to me. Listen to me. I have seen so many people on TikTok talk about how they really want to read this book, but they can't get into it, or they're too scared to start it, or they don't feel motivated enough to read this. I promise you, you are going to love this book. Oh, this is so amazing. I did not know I love historical fiction. If all historical fiction books are like this one, I have found my genre. I will never read anything else, not even mysteries and thrillers, which are my like all-time favorite. I will just stick with historical fiction if they're all like this. This, on the other hand, this I did not like. So many people rave about not only this book in general, but also Emily Henry, and I will tell you something. I did not like it, and it was so boring. I mean, the two main characters, like, the biggest reason why I did not like it is because they were just kind of going around and he was showing her reasons why she should fall in love with Michigan, which shout out to that because I live in Michigan. So other than that, there really wasn't much, and I didn't feel like there was any depth into the characters. Now, I will tell you this, I only got about halfway. So who knows, maybe the characters get deeper on the second half of the book, but you gotta give me something to hang on to, man. Like, you can't just give me nothing. You know, how am I supposed to finish a book where I have nothing interesting going on? Does this mean that I will never do a readathon again? No. Thank you for bringing that up. I will definitely do one again because this was so much fun, and I hope, I'm gonna try my best this time to actually get to 12 hours, if not maybe a little bit more. But if I can get to 12 hours, I will be a happy gal. And that's it. Thank you for coming to my video again. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for subscribing. I feel the love. I'm feeling the excitement. I'm in this like ecstasy bubble because I'm just so happy to have opened a YouTube account. I've been wanting to do this for like so long. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. I love making videos. I'm a weirdo, okay? Look at me. I'm looking at myself. Like, I am straight up looking at my own face, just talking to myself as if there was an audience of people that care about what I have to say. And there isn't. And that's okay, because I'm having fun. That's all that matters. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!